give up civilization in pieces. The house, the bed, the car, until all you have fits in the backpack you're lifting across the airline counter as the agent checks you in. Stockholm, she says. I squeeze into seat 33A and stare out the window as we wait for the runway to clear. A screen flickers on in front of me with a map of the flight. A thin line stretches northeast through Canada, over Greenland, and across the Atlantic. 5,308 miles to Stockholm, it says. I don't know how far this walk will go because I don't even know the entire route. Huge chunks are missing on my map, pieces left to fill in like an unwritten story, but my best guess is more than 5,308 miles. Fear swirls up in my throat. I stare out the window, watching the plane's wing as we taxi, watching as the engines roar to life and press me back against the seat, watching as the ground disappears underneath us and we hurl through the sky at 500 miles an hour. I watch for 10 hours, drifting in and out of sleep, watching as the sun sets in the clouds, as night falls and stars flicker into existence, as daylight returns, as the ocean gives way to Norway's coast, as snow-capped mountains slip underneath, as we ease down to the earth again and the wheels touch tarmac. Farther than that, I think. The unknown, the fear, the sinking feeling of drowning. I try and push it aside. I run through the equipment in my bag. I think of the black fleece hat that has gone with me on every journey, the hiking sticks that outlasted the Pacific Crest, the Continental Divide, the Hayduk and Grand Enchantment. Add them up, I think. That is enough miles to make it. But I know only the handles of the sticks made it that far. The lower sections have broken, bent, and twisted apart along the way. But the handles made it, I think. The train rumbles north towards Narvik. I find my cabin. It has 6 bunks, but I'm the only one there, so I stare out the window in silence, listening to the train rumble forward, watching the sun reach for the horizon, but never make it. 20 hours we rumble, slipping through the countryside, past moose racing away from the Hanois, past forests and bogs and the snow-clad mountains. We stop at Narvik, the northern end of the rail. I walk to the road and stick my thumb in the air, waiting for the first of a string of rides that will take me to Mayhem, Norway, the last hint of civilization at the northern edge of Europe. Time slips by, standing by the road, sitting with people in their cars, sleeping for a few hours when my watch tells me it's late. The moments start to flicker together in my head as one day stretches to 2, 2 to 3. I try not to lose faith in humanity as cars pass in the rain. Instead, I think of those that did stop, the ones who did not pass, and my heart warms even as I shiver in the cold. Then I'm there, walking across the desolate tundra, past bogs, over scree-filled slopes, through reindeer herds, to that final rocky edge of a continent rising above the sea. I stand alone at the point, as if on the prow of some mighty stone ship, feeling small, surrounded by the tangled weave of sky, rock, and water. The Arctic curves away, bending to the horizon like a blue-gray sheet stretched across the earth. I think of Europe stretched out in front of me, waiting beyond 100 horizons. I think of the cities, the mountains, the forests and beaches. I think of the people, the rivers, the 1,000 trails I will follow, the languages I will hear. It's all nothing to me but my imagination till I make it real. I look back one last time at the sea, the sky, at the edge of a continent, then turn and walk south toward the next horizon.